big-time New England sports fan. We loved him in The Commish, The Shield, Fantastic Four. Love him in Gotham, especially also American Horror Story. None other than the great sweetheart, Michael Chiklis. Good to see you, sir.
Wow, what an intro.
No, that's a hell.
Holy cow.
I mean every word, dude.
I'm so flattered.
I love when you come here.
Thanks,
you
I
for
love
you
to be
continue
here.
coming back and you just sit here and we just chat, a little chit-chat
Yeah,
sports
you know,
and,
it's
and
fun.
life and life in general.
And you had to show Judge, of course, crucifying the ball as he does, and he terrifies me.
He terrifies
Well,
you.
yeah, as a Red Sox fan, he's pretty terrifying, and so is that entire lineup. I think every single one of the 9 have 20 home runs, right?
That is correct.
Yeah,
First team
correct.
to ever have 20 home runs from every spot in the
Think about
in the
being
lineup.
a pitcher facing that. That's just misery.
But the Red Sox usually we can get into this here, despite
Terrible.
you wearing your Edelman jersey, which we'll get to in a second.
Hey, Red Sox,
you
man.
know, is the fact that the Red Sox know how to pitch these guys though. Normally, and last year when they were facing this team as a young team, and Brockman, you can attest to this fact. They know exactly how to make these guys chase. They throw high in the zone, and a lot of these guys trying to, as you say, crucify the ball, and they swing through it. I mean, just the way the Red Sox play baseball scares Yankees fans too, and I guess that's what makes it a great rivalry.
That's the greatest thing in the world. I hate seasons where the Red Sox or the Yankees are lacking. It's never as good as when we face each other, right? I mean, it just is better. And especially when you have, I mean, how many teams in the history of the game have won 102 games and are in second place?
Right. Right.
Do you have that
Well,
stat?
this is the first time that the Yankees and Red Sox have ever faced each other in the playoffs where both have won 100 games.
I mean, they're both magnificent. They're both healthy coming into it. The interesting thing to me is that the actual games between them all year haven't been really good. I mean, they've been blowouts. They've been sort of one-sided blowouts for the most part. And they haven't been that interesting. It's like they start tagging somebody and and then they just have a batting practice day, just bomb the crap out of the other team. But I don't think that's going to happen now. I think this is going to be a war.
It was damn near, 19 games. The Red Sox won 10, the Yankees won 9. It really was right down the middle. And then it was funny. I follow Pete Abraham, who covers the team for the Globe, right?
Yes.
Okay. He tweeted out during the game last night, Luke Voigt is the odds-on candidate to charge a mound during this tournament.
I saw that.
And I tweeted him back, only if Joe Kelly behaves himself.
Yeah.
Like there's going to be something that happens here.
Yeah, there's
that keeps us watching.
Right,
especially.
there's that rivalry is alive and well. It seemed like it waned, especially after we won a handful of championships, but now it's alive and well. We're hating on each other.
It's going to be great.
It's going to be so great.
Really, and
It's gonna be
I
so
kind of
good.
like the fact it's 5 games. I like the fact that it's more of a
You do?
tight crucible. Yeah, I do.
Ooh, more pressurized, that's for sure.
Well, I like that. I like that it's 5 games, that it's right out of the chute. I like the fact, in all honesty, that the pressure's all on the Red Sox.
Yeah.
That they could be one and done, which is exactly the way a Yankee fan wants to do this 108-win
of course
team
you like
after
that.
2004. After 2004, after being taken out like that.
Yeah. I got it. I totally get it.
Now would be a great piece of revenge.
See, that's all built-in vengeance. You just said it.
True. Spite.
You're a spiteful human.
And you're not.
Yeah.
And you're not, even though I introduced you as a sweetheart. You've got it in you. Come on now. You don't want this so very bad.
Oh my God. But it's easy for me to say now that no, 7 is the proper way to do it, because then you're going to see a real representation of who is the better team here. But all of what you say makes sense for a Yankee fan.
And also, if I may continue.
I'm so glad the numbers are even right now.
I know.
Oh my
It's
God.
so great.
With Del Tufo being the Yankee fan too.
yeah.
Yes.
If may I continue on with this?
Go on.
Because
You
with
might
a
as well
5-game
abuse me.
series, 5th being the decisive game, the way things are set up, it's going to be David Price versus the Yankees, and that is usually, more often than not, a
Come on,
feast, a Derek Jeter homering off of.
Oh,
David
man.
Price.
At Yankee Stadium, though. He is
feast.
terrible at Yankee
I
Stadium.
thought we had a thing,
Through
Richie.
3,000th hit home run.
But he wasn't pitching.
feast.
He wasn't pitching for us then.
What happened to the love, man?
Oh, there's still love.
Like you just introduced me with all that love and everything.
I know.
And now
It's still love.
What's the over/under on Judge Stanton strikeouts this series?
It could be very high because, like I said, the Red Sox know how to pitch these guys.
And they want to chase the high stuff
And
so
they do.
bad.
And Sanchez batting 8th. Or this could be the moment that they all gel together and off the Yankees.
But who's going to
go.
be Scott Brocious? Who's going to be Aaron Boone?
Luke
It's like-
Voigt. Luke Voigt.
You guys always have those one guy that always killed us. Gary Sheffield, Hideki Matsui used to always get the big
Guess
hit.
what?
back
JD
in the day.
Martinez is that guy for the Red Sox right now against
He's
the
never
Yankees.
been in a situation like this, though. He's never faced this type of
Well,
pressure.
Just you wait. Just you wait.
Well,
I
let's
think
see.
he's going to be terrific.
Right?
I mean, I
think
hope
he is
so,
too.
obviously.
He seems to have ice water in his veins, man.
Yeah.
I think he's going to be fine. Yeah. Yeah. And he's a baller.
Where are you watching it? How are you taking it in? By yourself? With your family?
Home with friends and family. Yeah. We have our, like tonight, I have a bunch of knuckleheads from New England coming over the house to see Edelman return. We do this. There's a bunch of us here.
Do you serve New England
Clam chowder?
Yes, that's what-
Chowder, Bubs.
Yeah,
do you
guy.
do that whole, is it a theme? Is it a theme?
No. It's just we do not invite Yankee fans.
I'll tell you this real quick. So last night, okay, I'll tell you
Go
this
on.
story.
All
This is great. I watched the game last night with my kids.
Right.
Okay, and they were all over the place.
I was watching it too.
And I've got 2 puppies. It's just insane in my house right now, and I'm trying to focus, and it was not very
Right.
easy. My wife Susie wants to make sure everything's fine as she was going out with friends last night.
Okay.
So she made me, before she left, some like turkey meatballs and kale that we've grown from our own backyard.
Okay, I like that.
Okay.
And the kale, despite her washing it very well, ended up having
Gritty.
a worm in it.
That's worse.
So then we washed it again.
Did you put the worm in the tequila?
I ate the dinner, then found yet another worm later on. And the reason why I'm telling you this story is I told Susie this as she laughed when she came home. Serves me right for eating kale during a Yankee playoff game.
That's true.
Right?
And kale, let's face it, was never meant to be consumed by
You know what I
people.
mean? Like, so that's why I ask you about if themed flavored food is that, you gotta.
We keep it
You know what I
simple,
mean?
but
Like-
we don't go for, it's not like I serve chowder. I mean,
What about a lobster roll?
a lobster roll.
Lobster roll kid.
You're loving, but
could do that,
tonight's not of any concern to you. Come on, it's not. It's not.
Well,
Colts are coming in. They're banged out
I
shortly.
like crushing the Colts because let's not forget who started what.
Deflate game.
Yeah.
You're
That sham. That false piece of. I'm going to start swearing.
I was about to say.
Yes, yes.
I was so about to start swearing.
I'm glad the F word ended with
Ooh,
alls.
Oh man, that was dangerous. That was right. I was
I was
right
sitting
there.
there going, uh-oh.
Yeah, my top teeth hit my bottom lip with the and no.
Alls.
I mean, if history holds true, it's not going to be close. So, the Patriots have won 7 straight by an average margin of victory of 19.
And tonight is big in this respect, okay? It's a nationally televised game. There's a lot of people going to see it. But it's the first time that we see Gronk and Edelman, Josh Gordon, Sony Michel
Deep
behind Brady. Like, this is it now, okay?
Yeah.
And by the way, too, let's not forget this piece that I think New Englanders might not be thinking of.
Mm-hmm.
The gentleman who left the Colts at the altar in the non-playing
That's right.
season,
Yeah.
Josh McDaniels, was set to be their coach. This was supposed to be Patricia Part 2 here,
right,
where
exactly.
the Patriots are taking on another one of their former
And
assistants.
thankfully, it's not.
Well, Vrabel's going to be that later on in the season when the New England visits Tennessee. But
Yeah.
I mean, the Colts want to win this one in the worst way too. But I just don't think they're equipped with the way that they're banged up. Short week coming in, and Brady, Gronk, Edelman, Josh Gordon. You
You want to hear a great Vrabel story?
please.
When I met Vrabel, I met him backstage at the ESPYs with
Okay.
2002. Well,
This is back in the day.
Yeah,
Is it
right when
Vegas?
they
Was
had
this in
just
Vegas?
it was here in
Okay.
LA, and they just won the Super Bowl, and I had just done well,
Mm-hmm.
and I ended up there, and here comes, a bunch of the Patriots backstage toward me, and I pick out the biggest one, and it's Vrabel, right? And he really looks like what Superman should look like, right? I mean, at the time, he was in a tuxedo, and he looked like he could go like this and just fly away, you know? I mean, was he like 6'7", 240, no body fat? He's coming up to me. So I go right up to him, and I'm like 5'9" on my birthday, and I come right up to him, and I go, "The harder you fall, mother," you know?
That's what you say to
Yeah,
him?
that's what I said. First opening line, and he bursts out laughing and pats me on the top of the head.
Sort of like what you do to your pug, Tom Brady.
Yeah,
you
a
pat on top of
little
the head.
self-effacing humor there.
No,
you know,
that's great.
Yeah, I set myself up to fail. It was perfect.
But those are the best fandom stories. Is that you just show your great fandom out there, and then these guys have fun with you, or
he
ladies
had
have
a
fun
blast
with you.
it. It was great. It was great. Yeah.
Let's talk a little bit about this book right here.
Want to talk about Smothered?
Yeah, it's your daughter's book.
Look, I'm incredibly proud of my daughter, and obviously, but it's a rare thing when a 22-year-old right out of college comes up with an idea, and it was based on text messages back and forth with her mother. She, my wife's a little crazy, 30 years, and she's hilarious, and, she'll say things, right? So, for instance, my daughter went, "Mom, did you tell the waiter that you're my stepmother?" No. Well, yeah, because he knows you're 21 and I can't have a 21-year-old. Mother, stepmother. So she screen grabs that, puts it on Facebook. Next thing you know, 500 likes.
Sure. Yeah.
People. So she starts to do this, and she realizes that all of these little interactions with her mother are getting incredible interaction, and she decides to create a narrative tying all these things together, sort of like the Nanny Diaries. And it's just an incredibly smart, witty, funny. It speaks to millennials and their helicopter mothers, right? It's really, really funny. So she gets the concept together. She pitches it. She sells it at 22, writes it in her 23rd year. And now she's 24 and she's a published author. And there's some great news coming out about the furthering life of this, but I'm not allowed to say it because it's really her news. But I'm just really, really proud of her. It's really funny. And any woman is going to read this and just howl.
Okay, it's called Smothered, and it's available where books are sold online. And
I know you got guys in the audience, but guys, you want a great gift for your girls?
No, we got a lot of women out there too, but it cuts across all genders.
Yes, it's true.
Now, did you?
Thanks for that.
No, of course. And so
I'm proud. I can't help it. It's my kid.
Of course.
It's not often that a 24-year-old writes a novel. It just isn't.
Is Autumn a New England sports fan as well?
Hardcore.
No, come on now.
Dyed in the wool. Oh yeah.
Okay.
Are you kidding me?
No, I'm just trying to do the.
I raised her right.
I'm just trying to do the math though. So this is she's a little kid, and this is pre-Red Sox winning it all, pre-Brady winning it all.
She suffered with me.
Okay.
She did.
All right.
Although, especially my 19-year-old.
They have no idea.
She has no idea. For being 19 years old, she's seen us just become Title Town and win everything. She's like, oh yeah, well,
My second oldest nephew, and my oldest nephew on my wife's side of the family, my brother-in-law was holding him in his lap at, I think, age 2-3 weeks watching Brady beat the Rams in the Super Bowl.
Right.
So he's grown up. The number of times I tell him,
he doesn't have memory.
You have no idea the Red Sox, the Celtics, the Bruins.
I tell the story of my grandmother all the time. When we won in 2004, I think I told this on this show, but really quickly, I was alone in Vancouver shooting the Fantastic Four when we won, and I sat there with a bottle of 25-year-old Macallan, and I refused to pull the cork until the final out because I'm from New England and we can't. Of
course.
So I'm like, and then it happens. Pop! And I'm screaming out the window at the poor Vancouverites, the poor Canadians below. The Bambino's dead! He's dead! And they think I'm insane. And my phone rings, and and it's my yaya, my grandmother. Mm-hmm. And she goes, "The last time these effing guys did this, I was 1." She was 86. So, no one, like anybody, I was 40. So when we won our first title, in all those years. So I was long suffering. I mean, we did have the Celtics of the 80s, which was fabulous.
Oh, yeah.
Right?
Like one of the greatest winningest franchises. You did have one of the greatest franchises in history.
It's true. And we did have the early 70s with the Bruins. But I mean, as far as the Red Sox are concerned and the Patriots.
Oh, God. Yeah, it really is amazing that the Patriots for an entire generation are viewed as the winningest franchise for good reason. And everybody from before that, the generation before, including Bob Kraft himself, sat on those metal bleachers at the
tell me
old
if you feel
crappy
the same way.
Foxborough. You know?
Tell me if you feel the same way. I'm going to pay you a compliment now.
Okay. I appreciate that. That's a great way to bring us all full circle.
I finally understand what it is to be a Yankee fan based on the Patriots. Do you follow me there?
Well, I mean, I guess if
the amount of hate.
If we hold on a second,
the hate for sure,
the hate and people denigrating your success,
trying to put the asterisk for dear life.
But if you don't mind me saying, the analogy only works if you include Super Bowls and dog years.
You know
in
something?
Terms of championships.
I thought you were my friend. Here I pay him a compliment. And it's just he turned it into ground glass.
Mike, this is what I deal with every day.
Every day.
This is every day.
If every Super Bowl championship counted as 7
27,
world titles,
27.
then we're close.
Then we're good.
No, then we would have 35. We would have 35, and you'd still have 20. Whatever.
That's a terrible hat.
You want some confetti from that field? Some confetti
it's
from that
on.
It's on.
Okay.
It's totally on.
Let's text each other with respect.
Do you know what? I will say this, though. From a philosophical standpoint,
yes.
I can't tell you how many times something has happened during a sporting event. I have picked up my phone to go tweet about it, and I go, Eisen, get out of my brain, because you have tweeted what I was going to say.
I love it.
It's so true. And I just end up going to like. That's what I thought.
Well, Michael, if you want to coordinate, I'm more than happy to coordinate.
Yeah. All right. We'll talk. I'll
talk.
DM. I'll go, stop before you say anything. It's true.
Good luck to you, sir.
Cheers, man.
And I don't mean it. At Michael Chiklis on Twitter. Check it out. We follow each other. It's a great follow. Smothered by Autumn Chiklis. Check it out. There it is. Your daughter's book, a novel.
Come on, buy it for your wife. Buy it for your daughter.
There you go.
They'll laugh together.
Check it out right here.
The Rich Eisen Show, weekdays at noon Eastern on Audience.